Hello, welcome back. This is part 2 of my little chakra exploration series. If you haven't seen the first one, I would go back and watch that. Long story short about the last one is your root is like the most important to be able to stabilize yourself and be able to work through some of the rest of your chakras if you're feeling blocked in any of those areas. Here I'm going to talk about how I spent my week working through my sacral chakra, which for me has been a really interesting experience. As a woman, you know, your sacral is like your womb space. It's that creative energy, that sexual energy, that one that embodies pleasure and emotions. Having been transparently on birth control my whole life, until recently, I felt lots of different feelings about my womb and my creativity. And there's a lot of blocks. And I noticed personally that having synthetic hormones on top of the programming that it is up to me to alter my body chemistry so society can think that I'm doing my job really stifled my connection to my gut. And through human design, I have sacral authority. And for a long time, I was kind of wandering this world, going with the flow, and I've experienced and learned so much, but I wouldn't say it was necessarily directed towards anything or working directly through anything. And I will say, once I've started to regulate myself and connect with my body more and remove myself from the artificial hormones, I've really been able to connect to my truth, connect to my sense of creativity, my empowerment, and all of these different components that really make up who I am and will help me become who I want to be. I've made little vision boards for every chakra, and every time I spend a week focusing directly on that chakra, using crystals, wearing the colors, and setting this as my wallpaper, which I'll pop it up over here. I found it really powerful. You know, I have been going through, it's been a long, rough year. I'm sure it has been for a lot of us, but I will say the last 12 months have been more than I could have ever expected them to be. By allowing myself to reprogram my mind with these sacral chakra affirmations, you know, I embody my flow, I surrender to it, my sexuality is sacred, I am radiant, I am inspired, I am joyful, my creativity is endless, I love my emotions. By allowing myself that expansion and that room to allow those to become me and become my beliefs, I didn't realize how stuck and stagnant and small my sacral space was being. And I was restricting myself from a lot of things, whether it was experiencing pleasure, experiencing emotions, experiencing joy, even just honoring my sacred sexuality and creative energy. I'm still unsure of the why, but there was so much happening in my life that wasn't allowing me to comfortably embody these aspects. I've found it really powerful for my sense of divine femininity, you know, allowing my emotions to flow through and to allow myself to be creative for the sake of creation, shifting into that feminine energy where I'm not creating for an outcome or an end goal or experiencing to have something to produce or to share, but simply because we're on this playground called Earth that's filled with experiences for us to have. I can create because I'm a creative being, and we're meant to be expressive and creative beings on this realm. It's just been a really potent and powerful reminder, not only as a female, but as a human being, that I can embrace pleasure. I can embrace my sexuality. I can embrace my emotions and surrender to the flow that's around me, especially living in such like a capitalistic, masculine, patriarchal type of society where productivity is important and results define worth sometimes. It's been really powerful for my nervous system to be able to just embrace, relax, release, and heighten the awareness I have around these things and really dive into the different programming I have towards these different aspects. So that is my experience with embodying my sacral. I have found that I'm able to just be where I am and smell the flowers and share creative endeavors as I choose to, without having this fear of constriction or results or anything, but simply because I'm grateful for the ability to create. I have so many different tools and so many different ideas, and I have the physical and the mental and emotional capacity to create. Like, what a blessing. And here I was with stage fright or worthiness issues, but in reality, like, we're all put here to follow our bliss. And that was one of the biggest takeaways I had from this sacral experience. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.